Okay, here we go. We've got Wolves on defense, we've got Billy on attack. And slight bit of mid pressure. Knife goes out and just straight up B hit. Again, Wolves should be able to get at least A on defense, to be honest, with this comp. So losing a pistol will be pretty devastating.
Their way into this B site. Why are you trying to play from behind this cyber cage? But K9 is dealt with Juicy. That's a play towards mid. Now, there's less of a timer on Billy. Awareness, of course, of a play through market. They've got to get going, and YZ wastes no time touching on down, but can't play off the flash.
Wow, the double hold back of sight is incredible here. There was an Omen flash that came in that kind of stopped them from hitting so fast over towards stairs, I'm pretty sure. That was nice. I'm pretty sure Spring had a pretty underrated Omen flash. I think it stopped everyone from going stairs. He smoked it and then Omen flashed. Then they just all had to go lane, right?
Those two players in tandem. YU also kind of ensuring with that swing out that no one could trade onto Sufa, who was wide out in the open.
Stupefies!
Doing the both there.
Okay, respected.
I'm watching.
He's spoken about how much he admires some of these top tier IGLs.
Space and space. Thank you so much, dude. Wait, is that your name?
The best that he was acknowledging
space
earlier.
even. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, Wolves 1-0 with the pistol, and again, this comp is no joke. It is good for like 8, 9, 10 on defense here.
Wolves comp, because the operator is pivotal to getting this double sensi look rolling. Get it in the hands of your Yoru.
Yeah, especially when the op comes out on this one, it's really hard. There's a lot of walls, right? Especially if you use like this wall as an example, you got this wall over towards B. There's a lot of walls with Deadlock where you have to be like pretty heavy committed in a position to try and break it. And you can have like an op that can punish really easy behind it as well. So the Deadlock on this map is insanely strong.
Definitely have what it takes to slow that Neon
Move
down.
Cam a bit. He's got right.
0 Point does reveal some defenders here, but nothing out of the ordinary as far as Billy are concerned. But with 40 seconds on the ticker, they've got to make a decision.
Okay, where is he?
He's already prioritizing, trying to get
oh my god, he's jumping everywhere.
You are going to
he's going to be floating for a bit.
Against the comp Wolves are running.
30 seconds
get those trips deactivated so you can try to get a clean exec later in this half.
The stack up towards that heaven side as Juicy takes first contact, knows now. The Billy are trying to push up into upper. He's going to have to work them down. Flash might have been available, but Spring is headed right. Juicy tries to fall back off the line. Relay Bolt forces it back to a degree, and YZ is dealt with.
Wait, why is this? Oh boy, that's a really important kill. 1 HP for the Omen. Oof, what a kill. Yeah, do they expect the Omen to go over towards heaven? That was a great flash. 1 HP against 9 HP. Comms can come in about HPs there. Oh, that shock's good.
I like that. He's on the edge of it. Rugia with a solitary point of health. Now looks to challenge. The shock dart's expended.
Standing ahead.
No connection for Silfat. He himself is...
Damn, bro, they ecoed them. 1 HP on this. He managed to get 2.
Get any closer than that.
Oh boy, what went down there?
And
he needs something?
That little play in the 2 versus 2. That underhanded flash up from Neff at the exact timing. Rusha had worked through window to swing out with a classic. That was a lovely play, making the most of the minimal
Chat, where does my camera need to go? Is it okay now?
In that situation. But where are the trades in the heaven fight? Where are the shots? Nothing is connecting from Wolves.
The relay bolt forced Juicy
up of it.
And Billy got to take these, XP1 scenario.
Yeah, what's the actual buy against? Okay, fast over towards B on the eco. There is 3 people here, so you kind of need to pay attention here. Yeah, gone.
Able to get this Spectre involved. Juicy's dealt with it Speedway now running headlock into Spring and dispatches him with ease.
That's a YZ moment early on. 8 HP. What if I go for more anti-eco kills?
7 more than he needs.
Continue to hunt.
Okay, 1 armor rebuy, 1 gun rebuy.
BLG, impressive shot from YU, but no real economic damage done.
Dude.
We were just talking about the
Didn't Wolves have a similar... Wolves had a similar... When was this? Pearl against Heretics. 1 pistol, lost the eco again. They've lost a few, like 4 ecos. It's pretty rough.
Well, they are going up against a pretty strong bonus because Billy already have a stupid big economy.
Defense Odin comes out and there's not many angles anymore. There's like 1.
Without an economy running, there's No op prospects for Juicy just yet. He's posted pretty far forward towards the mid part of the map, but has to go crash out. Big damage twice. He dinks down to 10.
That's such a brutal fadeaway. Okay, Odin over towards spawn shot.
Picked up that Odin, which is still
Where are the ults? Got KO ult for this round, so we got anti-KO setup. Yeah, and it's a strong anti-KO setup, right? Deadlock stuff over towards A. Deadlock here. Cypher stuff over towards B. Cypher on A. So if you did hit the sides, you got the other Sentinels util to help you out.
Against potential spam from Sealfat. Sealfat not shoulder peeking this. He's waiting off another form of info gain. Does have Juicy watching from an off range. Oh, buddy! Finds the time absolutely perfectly.
Perfect on this one. They got the recon ready as well. And at one point, Billy have to kind of commit. And with the first kill going down, are they even going to use their ult? Is it real question? With that kill as well, he gets Sova ult. He gets Sova ult, and in this setup anyway, he is the rotate, so it's pretty nice.
Really sell this presence on
obviously the Sova ult could get cancelled by the KO ult, so he needs to be kind of careful.
A couple of Deadlock trips. There are multiple Wolf players there.
Dude, that might pull a lot though. 15 seconds. Give me the A hit. Give me the A jaws. 10 seconds.
Here from Main.
Yeah, they can definitely get plant here.
Neutralized in the dying seconds of the round. There's a plant here from Billy.
How are they still winning these fights? There was very little time left. The pressure to run into the site. Juicy has multiple flashes to try and get out of this dark cover as soon as the molly expires. But BLG, they're playing anti, shouldn't get blinded up.
Tard, of course, firing at that clone. A foray here from Tree. Juicy makes a bit of noise with the door shut.
Yeah, they've split up. He has to.
Yeah, it's going to be 1v1s basically.
Door is down, but that is time that has been bled off the clock. Levius shrugs off the flash, is ready to take the fight. A second one comes
nice
in.
kill, man. So important.
Lysor, the veteran, on the site. Gives it a tap. And he delivers.
What a shot that is.
No stranger to criticism.
Shot that is. That was nice. The straight up jump is a little rough, but it's a great shot, man.
He delivers a stunning round like that.
Yeah, I love it. He's got the most casual stand-ups. It's so good.
His team is still behind him. He still has that self-belief. He comes up in a round of the utmost importance. I can't believe that BLG were able to get that so close. It was bizarre. Late in the round, they got so spread across the map. Look at how little time there was. Multiple anchors on the site. And it feels like coming in a little bit cold right now with the aim.
Wait, he went for a full jump. He didn't even crouch jump it.
Eat my words at the end there. That was a disgusting snap.
Yeah, it was a really nice shot though. 1, 2, 3, 4 that can't buy next. We got pretty much only one.
Had to be a gate crash out there for Juicy lest he be suppressed by the 0 point.
Okay, with this setup again, we got anti. Oh, we don't have the anti. Well, kinda anti-KO. The Deadlock's a little bit committed over towards A, but it's just a Sova setup. Grab net over towards short into Sova ult.
From those blasts, Levius that was handled on the B side. He just walked into main on his own. Lysor turns the flash and there's trade potential, but it's not necessary. Lysor is having one.
Yeah, I think Billy are gonna do a timeout and do some kind of set strat with this here.
He's had enough of the chatter online, the criticism.
Especially with a Neon ult up.
Stepping up when they needed him most. YC trying to even things up.
2v5 at its peak.
There's another potential double up
and
for the
there's a lot
Why you was gonna be? What is this? Okay, Annihilation drawn out. Why is he trying to play ahead of it? Gets rid of Lysor, but can he save his compatriot?
It was a good try.
To save him from the cocoon.
It was a good try.
Wyatt has to play through 3. Has the spike to hand at least. The time is not on his side, Wyatt.
Where will he attempt to go? Or at this point,
home.
Probably just save, yeah.
I still think the start is pretty good for Billy. I would love to see a timeout here, because they still got 2 kills, which means that the money's kind of low on 2 for the rebuy, and they got so many ults that if they can actually win this, it might be worth 2 on a double Sentinel comp. Like, they're still kind of close to wrecking them money-wise. The big round.
It's a solo walk-up from Levius there in main. Good trade architecture set up here. It wasn't necessary in the end.
The Wolves comp? I really like the Wolves comp. It's good. The only thing I would change is I would use a Vice instead of the Cypher, but I think the Cypher is pretty nice.
Just takes a gander.
It's only a small preference. The Cypher makes it a little bit easier, to be honest.
Out there, you know what I'm saying?
VOD review Sentinels.
Okay, no timeout, so maybe he's happy with the call. I want to see all these ults. Like, I would be so fine to all in this.
The ability to buy in a lot of ultimates.
I can't believe they're dry swinging over towards mid with all these ults.
From the rest of Wolves there.
Still, though, you know, I can't blame him. He's happy to try to take these fights when he has to.
Paranoid Cow, thank you so much for the Prime, dude.
He was close.
Thank you for the 4 months, mate.
YZ.
You prefer Yoru on this map? I would play Yoru on this map at the moment.
Here comes the null command. Hit coming through. Hey, I love this from Wolves. Double up in main.
Nice
Try to get a kill on Rusha.
I picked the wrong player to try and collapse on, though. YZ instantly is there. Russia bailed out.
Yeah, and Wolves pretty much have to try keep their money good. Both of these can drop as well. 3k. B28. 1-9 loss bonus on top.
Especially with lockdown being earned.
That was the right pivot attempt from Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, that first kill changed so much for them.
Try to isolate the one guy on that split in the for the 4-1 hit, but Arusha crucially just wins out that duel. Yeah, for me, one of the players who has stepped up the most from watching the playoff run in Toronto.
The pillar blocked the flash, and then the pillar owned him by blocking his grab net. It's incredible. Okay, they save none, so they all get 1-9 loss bonus. They can get 3 OK guns.
Unfortunately, pretty much get an eco. Was pushed up kind of close to B main on the mini
Bring back summaries? Nah, probably not. I was thinking that because we got a day off tomorrow, I was thinking of doing some kind of video just to summarize like my thoughts at the moment of some of the teams. Might see if Mini wants to do it as well. Just talk about teams for a little bit. See what his thoughts are.
With that fight that Wolves took in main, but not going to be the case. This is going to force them into
I think I have a lot of thoughts on teams at the moment.
Light shown to Wolves is, of course, they really want to stack up these
Glamorgo, thanks so much for the tier 1, mate. Appreciate the 60 months. So recap, yeah, it won't have many videos. It'll just be like my thoughts on teams.
Puts them in a little bit of an odd economical position. They're winning these rounds when they do with a couple of guns, 2, maybe 1 sort of Phantom in play. Now, this has really knocked them down. They do have a dimensional drift of Juicies to try and play around.
Are we looking so far? Yeah, it's a close game. I think Wolves, dude, Wolves won pistol Pansy, then got insta-eco'd after.
Just to walk up on mid,
the classic
stuff, but a lot of guns trained on him by Billy. No chance for a trade to come in from Covey.
I would definitely want to give Coach Fade over on Wolves his flowers.
Will their attack be bad? It's not a bad attack.
Like,
it's not a bad attack at all.
He's given them the right adjustment. You know, I think if even that
it's one of those where like everyone thinks that the double sentinel shouldn't be good on attack, but honestly it is, because like if you end up, depending on how you use your util, if you get one of these alive over towards site, it's pretty good for after plant, especially the Deadlock. And then obviously you can do really good defaults at the moment with these. With
an off in hand last round, Juicy.
What's the actual eco? Okay, I can talk maybe we talk a little bit when we get over towards attack, but I think this comp on attack is pretty good, especially when you have like a Deadlock that can kind of default over towards B. When I have Yoru on attack, I'm more tempted to smoke over towards the mains, because if you can get over towards these corners, you like double the amount of TPs that are doable into the actual side hits. So I do think that taking mains is pretty important when you have solo Yoru. Especially as everyone thinks that you have to take middle, which you do kind of, because a lot of times you're splitting. But I think you can site hit for a little bit. Holy bro, they hit so many shots and no one hit this recon as well.
In front of K-Knight, and he's got 3 guns to get past.
I have the spike.
Dimensional
yeah, I love their ult on this.
K-Knight is here. We'll set up to close the net.
I'm even pinged by the cam. This is a nightmare.
Can't go under just because that cam's going to wreck you. God, that was a nice util on this one. Yeah, got some gun upgrades as well. Get all 3 of them. It's a lovely round. The thing that I do worry about, honestly, just the Chinese teams, I've seen them both do this at the moment, is when they're playing against ecos, there's loads of times where they don't scout. Like, they don't feel out sights, they don't give themselves any options, and they just straight sight it. So when you play against these kind of Chinese teams, at least like Wolves and Bilibili, you can insta-stack over towards sights, which most teams stopped doing, to be honest, for the past 2 years. Like most teams because most teams would like feel it out a little bit. Oh, he refaced.
Unrecoverable for YZ, but you were right. That save in the last round from Lysor. Definitely trending towards an early op into the hands of the Yoru.
And don't even end up needing that cash when they just recover a bunch of rifles, win out.
EDG have this issue. It's very common in China, to be honest. It's just the fact that they're just like a little bit behind on certain things just because they got the game late. That's like one of them.
Immediately won that eco of their own.
Cobbs, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 31 months.
The use of this
Thank you, Philip.
Might have just been arbitrarily thrown out, so it doesn't have much longer to stand. It will be cleared anyway. Gravnet caught. YZ wants to go for it. Relay
It's a great stun.
Now Hunter's Fury, but Lysor is trying to dodge away from it. Now YZ's
Big duel on short. What can the Omen get?
Some connection off this overdrive, but Sufat's waiting for him. Spring's gonna be there. Spray over the door just as it comes down. And a Bilibili.
That's one of the luckiest kills I've ever seen in Valorant.
Now with their sentinel down, pay attention to YU. He's wrapping all the way.
Okay, at least they've been proactive on this one. Flash over towards short with the timing at the moment. The Omen's landing flash.
No, they need to get proactive, but they're punished for it.
Had to go
And
for
Cypher
it.
gets killed no matter what.
Extremely control of his A side, but eventually,
Then no matter what, he got dinked.
Bilibili off a decent start, trading.
You get a draw for the playoff games today? Yeah.
Make the pitch over
It's
towards A
a
and
really important draw today.
Both teams really went for some great little plays there towards Cat. That was some impressive stuff, to be honest. Again, I like that Wolves, when they're recognizing when these splits are coming in, that they need to just be active on one side of it to catch a player off. That was YZ. He was paranoid up, but then he sends in the
this one was
and they get an immediate
insanity.
Hunter's Fury used to save him, kill Lysor when he's stunned. That is just some lightning fast awareness of how to take advantage of the ults and abilities that they have. That was fantastic. Again, Wolves, their economy is...
Yeah, and when this comp starts to get money, it's very hard to get rounds.
Went 1 for 1.
Again, normally good for 8 this comp. Anything more is like pretty nice.
Lockdown for Levy is still being held on to. We'll see decent spots to place it, but into a Hunter's
Okay,
Fury
flash,
round,
wall,
you've got
knife, trying to make it look like you're going for a B split, but then there's no smoke over towards middle, so they insta-clear all of that info straight away. It's kind of interesting now that you can go back and do like your original Killjoy ult in the corner that actually gets all the sight. Just can't spam it anymore. Omen ult straight over towards side so you can get the plant early. Dude, how? Oh my god. Oh my god. He just sent it all the way. So many comms going on that he didn't hear him running at him.
To try and get in there with the spike plant. They just can't get out of main. They're stuffed in the choke.
Yeah, I think there was a Deadlock grab net here that wrecked everyone. I was too busy watching the Omen absolutely send it.
At least force them to get out the way, and then Wolves just flood back in. Lysor is on one, by the way. Another
It looks horrible.
big round, multi-kill, 3K.
But we got to talk about it. There's a massive timing issue there for Bilibili. Like, you know, use that
Yeah, they just got stuck in the choke.
Barushi is so far ahead of his team because they don't
I think they need to just
cyber cage in B main,
bit more of
and the
map
fact they're
control.
getting sprayed down by a node as they try and push out. So there's a massive gap in spacing, and it's just the solo planter for Bilibili on the site. So far, we've seen them be so good wired at working the map, using the time in the round to passively clear some of that Sentinel U2 without offering up anything. This time they run headlong
Did Vice
into it.
Deadlock fall out of meta? No, not really. It just wasn't many teams using it.
As you mentioned, taking it a little
It
bit
never really
slower,
was meta
and then
as well.
Going for some splits onto the sites, just a straight up B main rush. I get it. They feel like we have the lockdown, we can force everyone out and then get into the site. They just didn't calculate for the fact that they would be stuck in choke. The lockdown would expire, and that would give time for Wolves to flood.
EDG ruined it. The EDG performance wasn't great. There was a couple of teams that absolutely butchered the Deadlock Vice. If you're looking at pure results, it doesn't look good, to be fair.
They come up so short.
And these fronts for walls behind Sufat's utility have been sublime so far. They are terrifying on those retakes.
Okay, faking a little bit of pressure. We got a recon to maybe set an op up. Kind of like this change up. Recon, make it look like you're doing some kind of pushover towards here, and then you have a deeper trip that you can play off of.
Just takes him out of the game instantly.
Once you push the op off the angle, you have to actually like clear a bit of this as well. It's not too bad.
Just got the trip for mid info, pretty standard stuff. Juicy is rotated to pick up towards Tree. They've really got their eyes on everything. There's such a deep trip in B main that had to be cleared as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see the Billy after that round. Spoke about the fact that they have to like default a little bit more.
Diligent clearing of this Sentinel stall.
Yeah, hit the wall out of them, but insta smoke, you still got the Sonic Sensor here as well. Still got the Omen TP. Sorry, the Yoru TP. So at one point they can heavy lean over towards here.
Contacting to an op line's always dangerous in that situation too, but Juicy doesn't land the shot.
Keep an eye on the B walk here. Keep an eye on the time as well. There's a lot going on. Fake over towards short into B split. Yoru's already gone for the rotate, and there is no vision block for this. So yeah. And they double hold back of sight. So even if once they get through the choke, they still got to deal with back of sight. 10 seconds. It's nice from Wolves. They look good in this map. They're at least playing like the comp pretty well. Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, they got Sova ult last time they did the trap over towards short. Let's see. Sova should be rotating here. Slavi, thank you so much for the 16 months, dude. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for that.
You're trying to rotate around Ascent against an AWP.
Without smokes.
You're cooked in mid. You're so cooked.
There's almost guaranteed that Juicy was going to have another chance to take contact somewhere on the map. He makes a good rotation to mid.
Defaulting takes time, yeah. That's one of the issues of this one. You got to try and find the deadlock wall, break it, without losing anyone. Because it's like the whole thing of, a little bit like the Chamber Vice stuff that I was speaking about a little bit, right? Where it's like, you have to you have to default to find like this bit of util, but at the same time, you have to have very methodical defaults to make sure you don't get opt. And a lot of teams will do stuff that, like, honestly, a lot of teams when they're up against an op will just go fast. And if you're up against a comp which you can't go fast against, and the op comes out, like, you're forced to do a default. And then if your default's not good enough to make sure you push the op off by being safe, then you just get wrecked. You just get picked. So it definitely, like, the deadlock into an op on defense definitely, like, forces, and a Vice as well, forces teams to do stuff that they're pretty uncomfy at.
So good. Flash crucial to get Juicy out of there. Lysor wants to fight. Can Juicy get back to action?
A great Gravnet.
Lysor didn't want to give up the space. Eventually, though, he has to. Juicy just takes a further back line. Relay bolt's going to be respected, and here comes YZ to collect.
Yeah, big change up. 30 seconds on this. Omen has to get, honestly, maybe 2 here. It's a great trade. That was a fast trade, by the way. Like this change up from Billy, and they don't smoke this, they actually like take it.
To spray into the side.
Just waiting to see if he even just risk ripping the Hunter's Fury to try and kill the planter in this situation. Doesn't want to. They're definitely going for this.
Yeah, this was a nice round from Billy, really.
Eyes on the Sova. Why you can, that'll be cleared. Sufat spray has forced K-Knight out of the open somewhat. Bolt gonna be cleared. Why you? Oh, there's a ping, and Russia is handled. Sufat trying to find K-Knight in that direction. He's considering even diving in for this one. Confirms his location. It's K-Knight v Sufat. A short, he gets the jump.
Just out of time. It's a really nice try for them on the retake. That recon nearly did it for him.
Walk away with bragging rights and nothing more.
This was a good round from Billy though. This was really nice. It's a good change up from them.
They really are able to make the most of this util that they've got. That recon again gets so much value. Neither player able to break it. So
the comp is really good on defense with the Yoru, but on attack it's a little bit harder. Yes, but I still think there's loads of stuff you can do with Yoru at the moment that's like not explored really. I think you have a lot of options. Most teams will just go for splits, but I think the side hits maybe are a little bit underrated.
He's determined to actually try and take these fights. Juicy still has the op to hand, but the protocols from Billy for
I'm excited to see their attack, to be honest.
last round were pretty much
One of those comps that's like pretty fun to come up with stuff.
Juicy has full control of B main. I will say Billy are doing a great job of breaking the
double
op in this. Yeah, why not? They have
got the money.
So much money.
Last round of the half. Juicy wants that.
No, it's so unlucky.
What a timing.
Gate crash expired, so needs to refresh it. Still an opportunity to take that contact peak, but I don't know how aggressive Levius intends to be here. Juicy might end up walking into his line. That'll mean the Tyrant can take contact for him. Inching ever closer. Neither player wanting to blink first.
Might have to switch to something else, Prius.
Over at B main. Check back in with that one. Levius gets out. Okay, why is he caught inside a Sonic Sensor by the looks of things, but a relay bot catches Lysor in main. Off the line in B. No encounter there, but Rushi has dealt with him. That's your controller down.
Oh, that is the kill.
That's the
They've really heavy rotated on this one as well. They're going to get over towards side. They're going to have Sova ult. Sova ult for Sova ult.
That was such a fast maneuver from BLG to get over to this B site. That was a moment again where they were lacking.
Oh, they got 5. It's pretty good on attack.
To protect them when they had to cross through mid. But K-Knight wins that duel and Levius cracks the site open. What a high impact kill on that lurk.
200's Furies in the pocket for both sides. Okay, here comes the attack side one first. K-Knight looking to scout, see where this retake might originate
yeah,
from.
just delaying a little bit.
Sealfat wants to try and light up with the recon.
Might as well do yours back, mate.
Instantly in the boathouse. This is looking dangerous. Already get hit. Lysor handled those springs, trying to get ahead of the action. It's all on Sealfat now. Standout player.
Hey, nicely done from Billy. I think that timeout really helped him because that short round they did the round before, this was really good. And then here, that was just a nice fake over towards A. And then most important 1v1.
Absolutely be happy with getting 5 here against this composition on defense.
This kill was everything. But you got to give full props to Levius here and just his like patience over towards B main as well. I felt like he was really on top of the fact that the op was here, potentially holding that aggro angle. And I was impressed with that.
We'll be back after this.
Very good timing. He over towards sights. I think this is a good game to break down this comp. It might be. You might get a better example of this one. But it at least like covers a good amount of the basics. Abyss will be in the queue. Yeah, we spoke about it earlier, man. Which means that 2 maps are going out. But I strongly think it will be Icebox that goes out. It's been a rough year for teams. Been a lot of changes this year. Teo instantly at the beginning of the year. Then what do we have? Double map change. Then you had mid map change. Teo nerf. They changed everything. And then you get 2 extra maps on top of the sunset now.
Coming back just ahead of the round 13 of this first map, we've got your Coinbase Econ.
Western Sky change. I'd tell you it was pretty similar to that in terms of how much it changed up the meta. Waylay didn't do too much. Waylay's not strong enough to be a big switch, like big change up.
Has big impact, has the performance you expect as Neon on this Ascent attack side.
He does the best iteration of this comp.
On attack with the econ report because he's
there's similar comps to it. I think C9 do something pretty nice with a similar comp.
Rebuying a lot, but in this game, and in many we've seen before, he's still getting enough value out of everything he's spending because he's getting so many great opening kills that his econ report is always still looking good despite his crazy aggro playstyle.
He actually has the least number of deaths on his team, so less of those rebuys being required. And he's been a big part of being able to dig Juicy out of some of those entrenched off positions where he's trying to take contact.
All right.
Played around it very well, and as a result, Juicy has
1-0 for the Pistols. And honestly, with this comp, they might have to get another, but we'll see. Dude, 14-6? What the hell? Wait, the tag's actually pretty important. Push them off the angle, they can get close and bust. Hurried into shock. The shocks are doing good damage. Oh boy, out in the open, ate the Omen Flash, and he just didn't think anyone was going to push over towards side. This is a double pistol.
This attack side pistol exemplifies that.
Oh boy, shocker.
Red-handed util.
Oh boy, it's not nice to watch. Not nice to watch. Wolves, pretty good at pistols, 2-0.
We said his name and Spring has appeared in this round.
That was a weird play over towards lane here.
3K. That paranoia connecting
also getting hit by that camera actually like changed a lot considering they wanted to just pounce over towards B.
There's no way this should be winnable.
Right, there'll be
this econ stat matters? Nah, I messaged some people to try and get it changed. You can do so much of it.
Neither the time nor the wherewithal to clear out Wolves.
Gave him some ideas.
And there's the pistol picked up by the attack side.
And even in just this first round, you're going to see something that will become a consistent theme if Wolves are able to get into the sites pretty much, you know, I'm not going to say for free, but if they can get into the sites easily and then get all of the Sentinel utility down, Deadlock will thrive on attack when she's alive, she's in the site, you can get that barrier mesh.
Don't get eco'd.
It's going to be used at the door, which it was in that round.
Shorty.
Sonic sensors placed as well. Those are the situations.
Shorty, and we got double sheriff
on attack, or you know, syncing up some of those grav nets.
And normally the double sentinel composition in the past with Jet was pretty flashlight and had to use that controller util to take map space, but we know that Juicy comes packing a couple of flashes. Billy opted for a pretty far forward.
Okay, we got the old school
Maybe look
Envy TP, I want to say, into the corner with a recon that clears over towards mid. You got a smoke deep as well. Nice.
Just opting to take things nice and slow, absorb.
And then we got a fake clone over towards short, and you can create pressure on mid and then TP back over towards B. Yeah, not too bad at all.
Does K-Knight dare to push ahead of an Owl drone if it comes out? Cam, cleared.
Is it optic?
Trying to back off.
Were they not Envy when they were doing that? I can't remember.
He and Levius take an absolute beating. Now, of course, that smoke over towards that CT side, and we're going to see the walls explode out of B main. Gravnet looks like it did catch up one or more players.
I think this is a little bit risky on the eco, but
there it is, Juicy. Eventually catches Neff.
Paid off.
Cutting them off there. Just going to call for the rest of the team to.
Yeah, time's low. Let's see. You check this corner, right? Guy in heaven should at least trade it. Did he pre-fight it? Hello.
So the ghost player,
Isabella, thank you so much for the 8 months.
The pistol round looks great
Thank you
there.
for that.
YC belatedly gets to the party. Wolves now distribute 3 players towards that A main direction, leaving Juicy in the site for this expected retake. But what is there to be done? Billy realized it's going to be pretty hard to get any traction in a situation like this.
Yeah, looks like they don't want to give him anything else.
Start a game plan for these upcoming rounds.
They did invest into a couple sheriffs, which is, you know, of note. We'll see how that affects their buy.
Oh,
they get to the
what a
first time
timing!
Round. Oh, that is
bloody brilliant.
Brutal for Sufat. No one watching his back.
Lysol trap here.
Was.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine you got another here.
Lysol completes the kill contract.
Oh, guys.
Levius with the drop on them though. This has gotten a bit ugly.
It's really costly. Dude, their anti-ecos are really rough. They got some. they need to work on that a little bit.
Things getting so scrambled for Wolves, not playing together, trying to get out tree really late. No one watching the flank that was wide open.
I mean, Sufat was
odd
for a time watching towards that gelato direction, but like we said, it's a YC catch a timing on him. It's a stranger Red Bull clutch, I will admit, because the way was paved early by Wolves in this round very cleanly.
One enemy remaining.
Well, BLG are going to be happy with that. What could have been a
okay. I mean, it's not a great bonus in terms of the money. They definitely could have gone Outlaw out if they wanted to, but probably don't want to risk it.
Looks like they want to accelerate.
Recon gets dodged. K-Knight's gonna 12 HP. Thought he was gonna get wrecked by it. Hold up, you gotta kill 2. Oh, his team flash wrecked him. Damn, it's a big 1v1. The team flash ended up being brutal. Don't know what the comms are like with it.
No info on where Rushia is though. Now he knows he can look over towards the side. And you're kidding me? It's ridiculous.
Oh, bullets hit.
A higgledy-piggledy little bonus.
Oh,
weird buy for them.
Everyone stood up after that. I can't blame them.
Dude, that was
It
a
a
low
cool
bonus
B-side
as well.
execute.
I may quit. Thanks so much for the 10 months, dude.
Spring teleport into that dark cover while they're swinging
Oh,
out.
that flashing up
Juicy
being
gets
so
one
rough.
trade there.
Dude, that was a nice shot, though,
One
from
enemy
the
remaining.
And then
server.
sort of the very end there, Sufa continuing his reign of terror.
Think of
on this map,
Envy.
swings
Have you
out.
watched? No, I haven't watched enough of Envy. I've only seen some of their Euros, though.
They connect some sick shots. I know it's hilarious with Spring teleporting it with a Bucky. Just the little.
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree
That was
more. And
awesome.
Reaction.
this is dangerous for Billy. That's the round where they want to start to build that
Dude, the
defense side
replays are
momentum,
sick.
but this gets Wolves to 10
Yeah, there's actually a tweet that I wanted to show you. This is a good time to do it.
To boot.
Dude, how am I gonna find
I'm
this?
still a little bit stunned that they
He
won
at
that.
me.
Remember when Billy took all their guns away on round 2 because Wolves kind of tossed?
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Really bad.
This is the replay guy, and he you know that we were asking for the POV of when Mini Boo gets flashed. He has our chat up, and because you guys were asking for it, because we were asking for it, he played Mini Boo like eating all the flashes here. We got this replay because people in chat were spamming it. Pretty cool.
After Levius kind of paves the way. Sprays down 2 with a Vandal.
And he's a beast.
Can't springboard off of that into a strong position, and now it's for an outlaw there for why you may be reconsidering. But in general, the weaponry is looking pretty darn good. Might be an outlaw for Juicy. Yes.
I mean, Pansy, you can try it, I guess.
Buy out of this, but
I don't know how much you listen to it. Okay, bit of a change up for Billy. Want to go aggro on this 4-person walk over towards middle. They got some hero guns. They get early info over towards B, so they can react however they want to, and they shoot the recon, trying to make sure that they can't TP over towards middle if they want to do a default.
Just an alarm bot to catch this.
Good off angle, but
Juicy takes that contact. It's going to be traded out. Good enough for Wolves for now. Shrug off the relay bolt.
Dude, they're just
No
B
smoke
hitting
on
a
the
lot.
defense side, though. Something Wisey could capitalize on, and here comes the overdrive. He takes a lot of damage.
Oh, he
and
knows
then
where he
counters.
is.
But takes YU off the map. Still 3 rifles active.
Do you want a
Wolves, and
wall
they've got
send it?
Sufrat
Wall to
on
B
the
main
side
meet
for a plant.
teammates
Here
over there, or are
comes
we just gonna wait it
at
out?
control of util now.
Just gonna wait it out. With the plant Sova 1 kill away from ult, definitely need to keep an eye on that. Not sure he's gonna have the freedom to do it, but
right now through B main, Wolves have fully pivoted towards the site. They could get overwhelmed. This is dangerous.
oh my god, the timing of it was insane as well. I thought he was gonna get wrecked.
He's on for 4.
Dude, Spring's
Two
playing
bloody
so
gods.
good. He's playing so
Billy
good.
with that awkward
Nicely
buy.
done, man.
Yeah, we're up.
Again,
We're on
I've
our
only
feet.
seen him have
Blood
one
is
bad
flowing.
half.
And Wolves are 2 rounds
He only
away
had
from
one bad
stealing
half.
Billy
That
Billy's map
defense
pick.
on split. That
Spring
was it.
started
Everything else has been really good from him.
low on defense, but has accelerated to 100 miles per hour on attack. He's now
Lizzie
tied for
Glazer
the most
69420
kills
with the
on
prime.
Wolves.
Nice name, dude. Thank you for the 2 months. And Joe Bungo
Can't
with
believe
the
he was
8
able
months
to
as
get
well.
that double
Thanks for
spray
that.
down. The players rushing out of B main together. Feels like nothing can go wrong for Wolves, even when it starts. When you start seeing them just on the precipice of disaster after YU just goes down to YZ with the weird cage play. All right,
Definitely
Billy,
in the
they're
Billy
on their
Billy
full buy
timeout, they've been
now
told to
after
go
that
over
half.
towards middle and make sure that they
The
can't do
last
the
best chance here to stabilize in this
TP
map. They've
default.
well and
No
truly
doubt
lost
about it.
control. Now they're playing catch up. Juicy patient on this, suppressed as he was. Flashes into tree.
Ooh, they get away with it though. Yeah, into the group over towards B, and I mean, B hasn't been stopped yet. Why would you?
They know that they're safe to start
Why'd
moving
you
into
not
the
go
site.
here?
YZ, he wants to fight right now.
Yeah, if they can actually hold him at the choke, they're doing a good job.
A lot of stall util coming
Yeah,
out
okay,
here.
now this is where the
Wolves
comp
might
kind
need
of
to
gets
consider.
wrecked a little
In the
bit.
past, they've stuck
Omen
too
all
close to that
reactively over
first play,
towards
and
A, and they want to go
haven't
for an
been
A
able to
split up,
execute
sure.
here.
No
They're gonna pivot
vision
away
block
from
over
B
towards
with
middle.
insert,
Prius, give me the,
left
yeah,
behind.
nice.
But YZ sees him cross mid, he can't do anything about it though.
Big jewel on A main here.
Spring had popped that from the
Oh, this
shadows.
has to be
Go
Sapphire.
A
Way
main.
too on
Wolves
it.
are keeping their options open. That has fully insulted the entire team from BLG.
Damn,
They've
look at the
bought it.
minimap.
They've all gone to
Look
heaven.
at the
What a
minimap.
call
It's a
from
complete
Sufa. Pivoting back
masterclass.
to B now.
The
Free
heavy
open
rotate with the
side.
Omen all
5 pairs of
committing,
ankles
just a
left.
little bit of
Clean
pressure
off
of
these
them going
map
over
rotations.
towards
Why
mid
Billy
and then
Billy
close them
looping
back.
to respond
Oh
with it.
god, and the
Outside
entry
map
as
and
well.
YU
Dude,
Fells knife
Wolves
through
are
markets.
completely
Now he
outplaying
just needs to
them.
get out of dodge,
Every
get back
round
into
on
the
B.
main. Spike is being planted by Sufat, means the Hunter's Fury is ready to go when
And
the retake is
Billy
coming
Billy are
in.
playing
They
against a
need to
comp that you can't let get into the after plant. It feels like every single time I'm seeing them go for some kind of retake here.
Protect his teammate.
And it's probably one of the reasons why they over-rotated. Oh, what a shot.
Slides on in, immediately decapitated. Sulfat, he wants some information, so the Hunter's Fury comes out and Rushia was caught as he made his way down. 2v2 now, Levis. Looks like he was caught up inside that sonic sensor though, and likewise the Craftnet where that came from. Now to play off this slowing util. Levius and Neff, time not on their side. They have to make a move. A tap on the spike, and Sulfat tries to deliver. He'll cut Neff down
no time on this one.
Just needs to be
Nicely
patient.
handled. Really,
No
really
time.
nice, man.
No
Really
time
nice
for
from
BLG.
Wolves. The calling here was awesome,
map
man.
point for Wolves.
Awesome.
They've done it
God, they're
again.
really outplaying him.
What a mid-round call from Sulfat. That from the shadows that was used to get Spring over into Wine. It looks like they're going to peel off, but they leave the Cypher insert in B main. They kept their options open. They pivot back to the open site. Sulfat gets the Hunter's Fury with the spike down. What a round. What a beautiful call. He is putting on an Ascent masterclass right now. Still topping the board for his team.
Okay, 7 goes at
working
it.
with the kills.
Billy hemorrhaging as a result. No round wins on this defense side. No chance to breathe, to stabilize, to take stock of things. Again, they're thrown into it as Wolves are knocking on the door of A.
Okay.
Comes a dimensional drift.
The site hit. Only got 2 here.
For Wolves. They are fully stacked up, wanting to get
Killjoy rotate.
through A
Omen
main.
flash hits
How
the
do BLG
Omen.
respond? Do they
Might
stay
be
and try
a
and
kill, right?
Rethinking it.
Dude, they
Rushie
won
then
the
has to
solo
beat. He
duel
knows
over
Wolves
towards
run bottom,
heaven.
how is he gonna get some
How did he
breathing
get that
room
kill?
here? Juicy
I
just
think they got
overloads
it though, right?
Brute force solution to the problem.
I don't even know how he killed Sulfat.
They can definitely re-hit over
Alright,
towards
Wolves
site. They
routed
still have
because of that
Omen
lockdown,
smoke.
having to
They
pivot
don't
back.
know
YZ is
if they could have gone and
on
re-cleared
map
everywhere
right now,
though.
push through. What do Wolves do? It looks like they want to just cut noise and try and re-hit into A.
Cypher
Dark
ult,
cover is
bodies are
going to
pretty
cut
far
off
away.
Levius. Does he want
Smoke
to get
goes in.
active? Does he want to try to
Billy
find a
didn't take
kill
any
here?
extra space.
Knight doesn't have recon. He can't light this up for Levius. He's going to have to be flying blind, literally shooting in the
God,
dark.
they absolutely
Ring.
wrecked him on this map.
Gets off the plant now, aware that there's a player caught inside this wall. Levius has got nowhere to go. He's stuck there.
Boxed. He's boxed. He can't even move.
And it's on YZ for the game. For the map pick of Billy, they won 13-4.
Yeah, it's very nice, man.
Last time they played.
I'm seeing
But this is a
Deadlock
different
have a
Wolves,
lot of
a
impact
different
at the moment.
pace, a different gear,
I just think
different level.
again teams struggle against
They
it.
are just playing with an
It's not
effortlessness
the
on this
norm.
attack. They look fantastic right now.
Brutal stuff. YZ. Dispatch.
Really nice. Really
And
impressive
Wolves
from them.
with the
It was good.
answer. Gauntlet thrown at Billy. You want to pick this map? Fine. We'll not give you any attack side rounds.
And bear in mind that